Hey YouTube. Alright, I'm gonna give you guys an update on my Milwaukee tools that I have at work. A couple new additions from when I initially purchased all my tools for work. The scissors and the snips, I believe, are the new ones. But just wanted to show you guys these tools from Milwaukee, what I like and dislike about them, and how they've held up so far for me. So let's look at the precision screwdrivers first. So far, so good. The handle material is working out good, has a nice grip to it. Tips are holding up good so far. I think all you're seeing on there is just dirt or whatever. There's a little bit of wear, but for the most part, it's been good. Like all precision screwdrivers, you have this end cap that can move freely compared to the rest of it. That's always a plus. I've seen some precision screwdrivers that don't have that, and that's a feature that, in my opinion, is a must for these type of screwdrivers. So yeah, all in all, those have been good to me so far. You can probably tell the tool that's been used the most are these diagonal cutters here. Now, the only difference I've noticed since I've had them, the rivet part moves a lot freer than what it used to. It wasn't sticky or it wasn't biting or anything at all, but I noticed it really moves. I don't want to use the word loosely, but freely and smoothly. But yeah, handle material, well, once again, typical Milwaukee. It's been holding up pretty good. You can see I've put these things through some work. Now let me tell you something, guys. I have cut some serious stuff with these cutters here. Right offhand, I can't think of all the different things I've cut, but I've cut some pretty thick wire. Let's just put it like that. And if you look at these, there we go. There's a good shot. You can hardly tell that they're hardly even worn. And it surprises me because there was a couple of things I cut that I had to take a look, at the edge there and say, man, you can't even tell it's, there's not a gap or anything there. So I've been very impressed with these diagonal cutters, and I would highly recommend them. I know there's one wire that I cut. I put about as much force on these handles as I could, and I finally cut it. And then I looked at the edge. You couldn't hardly tell there was, that there was anything there. So I'm like, wow, that's definitely impressive. So, another thing to look for in a good tool is when you're putting a squeeze on it. The metal should not bend to the point to where it's touching on the inside here. So if it does, then you can't really get the maximum performance out of your tool. As you can see, when I put a squeeze on it, it doesn't touch there in the middle, and the metal doesn't bend or whatever. So it's good stuff there, guys. I would highly recommend those. Other wire strippers. I've only used these a couple times, as you can tell. Not the most used tool in the bag, but when I did use them, they work fine. So, you got a nice little lever right here in the middle, right where your thumb would be. Release it, pop it back in place. Whatever. So far, so good with those two. I would recommend those two. Now the scissors, guys. This is another tool that I would highly recommend from Milwaukee. As you can see, solid steel all the way through. Really comfortable, grippy material as well for the handles. And I believe they have a serrated edge on them. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see if we can. Alright, I'm having a tough time. There it is. Yeah. Really small serrated edge, but I'll tell you something, guys. These things work. I mean, they have that good solid feel and sound to them. But They fit the hands nice too, so highly recommend these as well. Now these snips. You know, it was between this and a pair of Weiss, I'm not sure how you pronounce them, but for a couple bucks more, I went with these, and boy, am I glad I did. And here's a little story for you. I was going to cut some stainless steel band. I would say it was about 30 seconds thick and about maybe 4 inches wide. So it was decent, and I needed to cut it. And somebody gave me their new Weiss snips. As soon as I started to cut into it, the jaws just separated and just wouldn't cut worth a damn. Let's just put it like that. So went out and got these Milwaukees. I used them the very next day, and yes, they are the real deal. Man, they cut through that like butter. I'm not exaggerating either. Now, another thing I like is you got these little nubs here, whatever, to keep your hands on the handles. So in case you slip, you'll just hit up against this instead of slipping into your work. Another nice design. And another thing with these, got a nice little flipping lever right there to open and shut it. Works good. Right where your thumb is. I like that. It means they're thinking about how they're designing their tools. So, and let's take a look at these. Take a look at the cutting edges. I will say there was one thing I tried to cut with these that I had no business trying to. I found that out pretty quick, but for the most part, didn't really damage the cutting edge, so I'm happy with it. Now, as you can see, it's a serrated edge as well, and I also like that. So I'd recommend this one too, guys. Alright, the Milwaukee utility knife. What can I say about it? Good stuff. You know, it's a nice, the anodized aluminum handle. Everything works. Nothing falls apart. Nothing feels like it's gonna break on you when you're using it. Smooth operator. Just push this button, flip it out, flip it. Yeah, good stuff. So I've never used this part where the blades close and you can cut something on there. Haven't used that yet, but either way, it's a nice feature to have. So another strong recommendation. And the tape measure. There's nothing really special about this. Can't really open it with. Well, yeah. Anyway, guys, it's got a magnet on the end. I don't use that part too much, but all in all, it's solid. It's well built, like most Milwaukee tools, so it gets my recommendation as well. So, alright guys, there it is. I just wanted to show you guys all these Milwaukee tools that I have, and for anybody that thinks Milwaukee only does certain things, or they only build certain things, one thing I've learned about Milwaukee tools is when they put their name on it, it's good. I've yet to pick up a tool that has a Milwaukee name that is not good. So I like that Milwaukee understands that when they put their name on some, it better be good, if not the best one out there of its kind. So, alright guys, yeah, so tell me what you think. If you like Milwaukee tools, pretty sure you guys do. But either way, like and subscribe. But I hope you enjoy. Later.